It's the man YSN, and you're listening to YSN Radio. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. You're rocking with the man YSN, and you're tuning into the episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South. Back in here with another episode, man. Been a really good week. Good content up. The Daisha Taylor interview is doing pretty good. I've been putting up a lot of throwbacks up on TikTok and Instagram Reels, man. So, want to stay in the loop, man. Keep the ball rolling. Of course, all roads lead to New York Fashion Week, first week of September. I will be out there September 7th through the 10th with Runway 7 Fashion as the official DJ for the shows that got going on out there. That's going to be a massive time. So if you want to be a part of it, whether you're listening, you are a fashion brand, clothing, whatever type of brand, and you want to partner with me and get some shine on the big stage at New York Fashion Week, just holler at me, man. That's going to be a crazy event. Shout out to Runway 7 Fashion for tapping in with the man YSN, and it's going to be a movie, man. The coolest DJ in the South is going to be up north. Never been to New York before. So if you're watching this and you happen to be in New York City, holla at me. Let me know what's the good spots to eat, cool spots to hang out, pop out, get a drink at, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what real New York is like. I know a lot of people go to Times Square, Statue of Liberty, and blah, 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 blah. I probably will too. I definitely would like to see that stuff while I'm out there. But I also want to experience real New York stuff. You feel me? So holla at me, man. If there's any other events going on during Fashion Week, you want me to pop out and put on the vlog, man. If you got an event going on, you want to get a little extra shot on some interviews, maybe you need a DJ, holla at your boy, man. The man YSN will be in New York City September 7th through the 10th, man. So let's make it happen. Also, next Saturday, I will be in the building at the Mill & Mine, Knoxville, Tennessee, for the 4-year anniversary of the Knoxville Vintage Market. It is going down, of course. Like always, the Knoxville Vintage Market is the place to go for all things vintage, whether it's clothes, shoes, hats, scarves, jewelry, movies, video games, posters, art, you name it, they got it, man. Good music, good food, good drinks, good vibes all day long. We will be on the scene from 12 to 8 at the Mill & Mine next Saturday, August 1st in Knoxville, Tennessee for the Knoxville Vintage Market 4-year anniversary. It's so crazy to say that. 4 years, man. Just to think I was there on day one 4 years ago in August of 2022. That's crazy, man. Shout out to my man Ricky for keeping it going, man. Shout out to my man Vic, DJ Voltage, who's going to be tag teaming the boards with me, man. It's going to be an epic show. So it's a great way to spend a Saturday with some vintage vibes with the man YSN. So if you're in Knoxville, come out and pop out and vlog with me, man. We're going to be at the Mill & Mine all day long, jamming out, man. It's going to be a good one. And boom, moving into the show. Don't really have a lot to talk about today. It's been a very slow week as far as just stuff going on in the world of hip hop and in general, as far as stuff that I like to talk about on here. But I still got some stuff to talk about, man. First of all, last week I got the chance to see J. Cole live in concert. He stopped through Atlanta for a couple of nights on his fall off tour. Shout out to my guy Tyreek for the invite. Had an extra ticket and invited the man YSN. We love free tickets to shows, man, and it was a fantastic experience, man. Also, of course, J. Cole is a phenomenal rapper, has been for years, and this is my first time seeing him live in person, and he did not disappoint. I can honestly say, after seeing J. Cole perform live in concert last week, he is hands down one of the coldest to do it, bro. One of the coldest to ever do it. Not only was he on stage for a good 2 hours, he was rapping the entire time with no backtrack. bar for bar, word for word, no backtrack, just straight instrumentals for 2 hours straight. And he did not miss a single beat. Not once. Not once. And of course, we all know the age-old 2014 Forest Hill Drive where J. Cole went platinum with no features. We all know that. J. Cole had no features on the show. No opening acts. Didn't bring out any special guests. Just straight Cole from start to finish. And I know a lot of people may say, oh, that's boring. Why didn't he bring blah, blah, blah. But I think that, again, attests to how cold J. Cole actually is. He don't need nobody on the album to sell 1 million copies. He don't need people on the stage with him to sell out an arena. He sold out State Farm Arena 2 nights in a row, man. J. Cole is like that for real. Like I said, this is my first time seeing J. Cole in person, and he did not disappoint me at all. He did all the cuts off of the fall off, and of course he did the classics as well. So everybody went home happy, man. And there was a lot of good stuff that happened during the show. I went on the Friday show. He did a Friday night and a Saturday night. I went on the Friday night show. And there was a moment in the show where someone threw their bra on stage. I thought it was super funny. He was like, it's been a long time since a nigga done got a bra threw up on stage, man. And I always wonder when people do that, like when especially like women, I know dudes have done it too, but like when people go to concerts and throw their drawers on stage, like, what's the logistics behind throwing your drawers on stage at a concert? Do you take your drawers off right there on the spot? Like you're on the floor in front of 30,000 people. Are you literally taking your drawers off in front of everybody? Or do you go to the bathroom, take your drawers off in the bathroom and ball them up when you walk back out on the floor and then throw them up on stage? And then after you throw your drawers on stage, do you just go in commando for the rest of the night? Do you go straight home because you ain't got no drawers on? Do you go out after, maybe to the club or after party with no drawers on? Or do you bring an extra pair of drawers in your pocket specifically for throwing on stage? I'm curious. If you've ever thrown your drawers on stage at a concert, please holla at me. Let me know. Because I'm curious. Because that woman threw her bra at J. Cole. And I'm just curious. Did she go the rest of the night with no bra? Titties just swinging under the t-shirt. Torpedoing. Titties beaming through the tee. For the rest of the night. I mean, shit. It's 2026. We do live in an age where titties are the outfit. They can be, I feel like depending on what size the titty is, they can be the outfit. So it's not foreign for women to walk around with their titties poking out through the shirt. But I'm saying though, it was like an actual bra. It wasn't like one of those dainty lace bras or no, it was like an actual like, it looked like it was carrying something. It was doing some work before she took it off. So it's like, I don't know. If this does reach the lady who threw her bra on stage at the J. Cole concert on Friday, July 18th, how did the rest of the night go for it? Because that's not the first time. I think when I went to see Lotto in 2024 in Nashville, somebody threw their drawers on stage at Lotto. They had on cheetah panties and threw them at Lotto. And also, like, from the performer point of view, like, I can see how that's flattering. Women throwing their panties and bras on the stage. It's like, yeah, you that nigga. But, like, that can't be the most sanitary thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's something only a woman can do. Like, only a woman can throw her drawers on stage and it'd be like, ha ha ha, thanks. Appreciate you, mama. Imagine a man taking his drawers off and throwing his... That nigga would get the dog shit beat out of him. Oh Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I went down a crazy rabbit hole, man. I'm just curious though. The whole logistics behind throwing your drawers on stage. That's always been hilarious to me. That's always been hilarious to me, man. But either way it go, J. Cole did a fantastic job at the show, man. He did a fantastic job. The production was awesome. He started out the show in the crowd. Like I said, he had no opening acts. So, once everybody got in and got seated, they had just a playlist going on in the background. Once everybody got seated, the lights shut off. And then they did a little spotlight around the crowd. And then next thing you know, J. Cole's on the screen, sitting in the crowd, rapping. Walks up to the stage and the show starts. I thought that was super dope, man. Super dope, bro. And of course, they had the Honda Civic on stage as well, and so the whole show I was a really big fan of, man. So again, shout out to J. Cole, shout out to Tyreek for the invite. Super appreciative of that, man. And if you haven't seen J. Cole live, I highly recommend it, bro. I highly recommend it. Like I said, man, he's actually on stage spitting, bro. You ever been to a rap concert? A lot of times, the song is playing in the background. They're letting that do the work, or the audience is singing the song for him, man. This wasn't like that at all. Of course, the audience definitely joined in a few moments of the show, but literally I would say 98% of the show, 100% of the time J. Cole is on stage performing, he's rapping word for word, bar for bar, no backtrack, man. Straight bars, no instrumental, bro. So yeah, J. Cole's one of the coldest to ever do it. No breaks either, no intermissions, no water break. We had water on the stage, but you get what I mean. Either way, yeah, J. Cole is one of them ones, man. J. Cole is one of them ones. So if the Fall Off tour is coming in through your city, I highly recommend copping a ticket, man, and going to see it for yourself, bro. Go and check it out for yourself, man. Boom. Moving on. So earlier this week, a couple of days ago, straight drop, Justin Johnson, straight drop, the man who killed Young Dolph, did an interview from prison and shared his side of the story as to why he decided to kill Young Dolph. Now, again, backtracking, 2021, Young Dolph was shot and killed in Memphis, Tennessee, by two people, Justin Johnson being one of them, and Brandon Cornelius. In the trial, Cornelius Smith, I'm sorry. During the trial, Cornelius Smith took the stand and spilled all the beans about the whole plot, saying Big Jook put up 50 bands on Young Dolph's head, accused Hernandez Govan for recruiting him and Drop to do the hit, saying he was going to take 10 off the top and they was going to split the other 40, so they was supposed to get 20 bands apiece. Only walked away with $800. Only walked away with $800. Now they're both sitting in prison. Justin Johnson, straight drop, got life in prison, no parole. He is not getting out of prison ever. I think Cornelius Smith, since he pled out and testified on stand, I think he got 25 years, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, both of them niggas are locked up. Hernandez Govan, the one who was charged with conspiracy, who charged with masterminding the whole thing, end up getting off in his trial and has been out ever since. Well, actually, he just got arrested a couple weeks ago for cyber stalking or some shit like that. But as far as the Young Dolph case is concerned, Hernandez Govan is free and has been doing a whole bunch of interviews and content as a free man. We've already talked about that. But Straight Drop decided it was time for him to speak out and share his side of the story, and he took the liberty of joining the podcast. The interview has since been taken down, so I wasn't able to find the actual name of the platform that he sat on, but he joined the interview from a jail call and pretty much explained his side of the story. Of course, he was, the interviewer asked him why, what the fuck, you feel me? And Straight Drop, his whole stance on it was Dolph tried to sign him. Dolph tried to sign him, offered him $100,000 to sign to paper out, and Straight Drop turned him down. Young Dolph offered Straight Drop $100,000 to sign to paper out, and Straight Drop turned him down. And he said after that, these are his words, Dolph started to treat him like an op. Said every time he'd come around, people would get quiet, and he was throwing salt on his name, talking shit about him behind his back, and he felt like he had to do something about it. He felt like he had to do something about it because Dolph was slandering his name, treating him like an op after he turned down the $100K for the record deal. And when he asked him why he turned down the $100K for the deal, Straight Drop said he felt like he was worth more than that. Said he looked up to all the other artists on Paper Out, Key Glock, Dolph, of course, everyone else on Paper Out, and he respected what they had going on, but he felt like he himself was worth more than $100K and wasn't going to take the offer and didn't take the offer. And he felt like because of that, Dolph started to treat him differently, which is what set the gears in motion in his mind once he found out about the hit that this would be a good idea for him to do. Now, there's a couple points that I want to touch on. First of all, the $100K record deal offer, right? Dolph offered you $100,000 to sign to his record deal. You admitted that you looked up to Dolph. There's photos of you hanging out in the background of his videos, multiple photos and multiple videos, you hanging out in the background with Dolph and Glock. And you said it yourself that you looked up to him and you looked up to his movement. He offered you $100,000 and you turned it down because you felt like you were worth more than that. Let's look at Straight Drop for a second. Now, this may not be known to the world, but if you are from Memphis and Tennessee in general, the song "We Finna Slide," hey, we finna slide. That's Straight Drop. Good song, gets people hype. That's about it. That's about it. And I feel like the whole, I know my worth, I'm worth more than that. 100 bands, nigga, is a lot of money, no matter where it comes from. And you looking at, like, think about it. Key Glock, when he got signed to Paper Out, he was virtually unknown to the masses. He had some motion in Memphis. I don't know how much he got signed for up front, but I'm sure it wasn't $1 billion, but I'm pretty certain it wasn't too far off from $100K. He took the $100K and grinded. Now look at Glock. He's one of the biggest artists out of Memphis. He's riding his own wave. He don't beef with nobody. He don't even let nobody on his albums. Literally, he got his own fan base. It's strong as fuck. Every time he drops, he does numbers, and he's been consistent for years and years and years. And what do you think he started with? The 100 bands. Everyone else on Paper Out, same thing. You feel me? Built their own motion. What makes you think he was bigger than the program? Because everyone was, we finna slide. Hey, we finna slide. And I get it. I know my worth. I know my worth. Especially in today's day and age, everybody is, hell bent on knowing their worth and standing on their worth and not taking anything less than what they're worth, But I feel like with that, we got to be honest with ourselves and realize sometimes we are worth a lot less. Sometimes we're worth a lot less. It's great to have high esteem about yourself. Oh yeah, it's great to have high self-esteem and think that you deserve the best in the world. There's nothing wrong with that, but you also have to be honest at the same time. You have to be honest. Okay, somebody offered you 100 bands to sign to one of the biggest record labels in the city. You turn it down because you're bigger than that. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? Just to turn around and kill the nigga that offered you the 100 bands and get $800? Again, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And he's sitting in there. He said on the interview, he was like, I did so much in the streets. I had a name, but now only people gonna know me for is for killing Dolph. That's the only thing people gonna remember me for. Yeah, nigga. Like, what the fuck did you think was gonna come out of that? Like, and then he also said, one of the things that hurt him the most was while he was on the run, he was like, people that knew me from high school, people that I kicked it with, people that I helped when they was down, was all reporting me and trying to turn me in and collect the reward money. And it's like, nigga, you killed Young Dolph. You literally killed Young Dolph. Did you think people are just gonna be okay with that? Like, oh no, that's drop, bro. That's drop. We gotta keep it real. Nigga, you killed Young Dolph. Like, some things are bigger than what the fuck you thought was going on, nigga. Dolph was a pillar in the community, not just in Memphis, but the rap game as a whole. He was in town to give back to the city. That weekend that y'all killed him, he was in town giving back to the cancer center and was literally en route to a turkey drive. Y'all killed him en route to the turkey drive. The nigga even said on the stand that their plan was to go shoot up the turkey drive. He was actively giving back to the community, and you killed him and thought people was going to keep it real and let you be on the run and not say nothing. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You turned down 100 bands from this man because you felt like you was bigger than the program, killed him while he was in town helping the community, and only got $800 for it. Now you sitting in prison for the rest of your life. Sad, because the only thing people are going to know you for is for killing Young Dolph. If this is not more of an example of why being a street nigga is not the way to go. If this was, there's been, like, it just writes itself at this point. It just writes itself at this point. Because honestly, like, I honestly, like, want to know, what did he expect to come out of this situation? What did you honestly expect to come out of this situation? You kill Young Dolph. You get the $50,000 bounty. The record deal with CMG. And did you expect everyone to just hold you up in high regards and tout you with respect and honor? Oh yeah, this is a nigga that killed Dolph. He bumping. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, bro? You killed a nigga that was not only one of the hardest rappers in the game, but a pillar to the community, a father. And you thought niggas was just gonna be okay with that. You thought niggas was just gonna be okay with that. And you could tell in the interview by how he was talking that he genuinely thought it was just gonna be all right. Now, the other nigga that told on him, Cornelius Smith, he said it on the stand. He was bad off on drugs. And, when the prosecutor was asking him, why did you decide to flip? He even said it. I fucked with dog. I was off pills. I was out of my mind. And once the reality set in what I did, he started to feel bad. Realized what the fuck he did was wrong. This nigga, on the other hand, oh no, bro. Oh no. This nigga's, all I know is he is right where he belongs, bro. Right where he belongs, man. I don't care, bro. I've always been a huge fan of Young Dolph. Before he got killed, I saw Dolph, I think 2 or 3 times live in concert, man. It was one of my favorite rappers, bro. Shed a tear, literally shed real tears the day that he died, man, because, man, Dolph was that nigga, bro. Dolph was that nigga, man. If you was from Tennessee, and the thing is, Dolph's influence expanded further than Tennessee. I was in Puerto Rico last year for I swear to God, Puerto Rico, they're blasting Get Paid in the club. I think it was either Get Paid or Preach. Either way, they're playing Young Dolph in the club in Puerto Rico to this day still. Like, Dolph had a global impact. Not just in Memphis, not just in Tennessee, not just in the South, not just the country, nigga, the globe. People loved Young Dolph. And you killed him because he was throwing dirt on your name. You feel like he was throwing salt on your name. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? You got $800 in a life sentence. $800 in a life sentence. We supposed to feel bad because, oh, that's all people gonna remember me for. You goddamn right, nigga. Fuck wrong with you. Anyways, moving on. Got some music to review. First and foremost, reason I got this t-shirt on. Larry June has dropped again. Larry June has dropped again. And as always, it is a banger. Who Coppin dropped last week, and I've listened to it from start to finish a good 20 to 25 times, give or take. I'm not even fronting right now, bro. Larry June, honestly, I will honestly say this has to be one of my top 3 Larry June albums. And this nigga drops like 3 albums a year. So this is saying a lot, bro. Like, let's pull up the track list, man. Like, this is probably one of the most motivating pieces of work Larry June has dropped to date. And he's always, like, if you are a fan of Larry June, you know that Larry June always comes with the chill lifestyle vibes, motivating bars, man. But this album in particular, bro, has something different in it, bro. And I feel like the whole theme of the album, from the title to the content of the lyrics, is literally get out there and get some fucking money. Who's copping? You down bad? Back's against the wall? Get out there and make it happen. Stop complaining. Make it happen, bro. And every single song is driving that point home, bro. On the album. Some of my favorite tracks off the project: The Machinist, Casual Monday, Win or Lose, Who Coppin', and God Goddess. Probably my top 5 songs on the project, man. But like I said, the entire album from start to finish is an absolute banger. And I feel like the sequencing of the songs, how the skits play into each other and each song goes into the next, it all complements each other so well. It has everything you need from Larry June. It has your chill, laid back vibes like Casual Monday. You got the songs where he's popping his shit like The Machinist. And you also have the songs where he's getting sentimental and emotional like California Dream and Pretty Green Eyes. You got Janae Aiko on there. Music Soul Child. Nigga, Music Soul Child, if you know ball, you know Music Soul Child got some bangers in his pocket, man. So getting music on the album was a very good touch, man. And literally, like I said, from start to finish, it's an absolute vibe, bro. I have not turned it off since it came out. Like I said, I think probably my number 1 favorite song right now is a tie between Who Coppin' and God Goddess. Both of those songs right now, where I'm at in my life right now, are just speaking to me on a personal level, bro. You know, it's like, I've been in Atlanta for a year. You know, a lot of things are starting to come together for me, you know, but, you know, I still feel like there's more out there for me to accomplish. There's still some obstacles in the way that I'm trying to get over, man. And I feel like listening to this album is just putting a battery in my back and giving me the motivation that I need to get out there and make that shit happen, bro. And Larry June has always been good for that, bro. So like I said, man, if you haven't checked it out, you're bullshit. Go listen to this album right now. Larry June, Who Coppin', out now on all platforms, gets a 10 out of 10 from me, man. As always, good job, Larry. Go get that shit, man. With that being said, I want to end off on that note. If you made it this far, thank you very much for tuning in. It's been another episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South. Like I said, I will be in Knoxville Saturday, August 1st at the Mill and Mine, DJing for the Knoxville's Vintage Market 4-year anniversary. If you're in town, pop out and fuck with me. New York City, I will be in you September 7th through the 10th at New York Fashion Week at Sony Hall, Times Square with Runway 7 Fashion. That's going to be a movie too, so tap in if you're trying to collab any brands. Holla at me, man. Until next time, check out all the other vlogs and interviews and podcasts anywhere you get your shows from. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon. Check out the website, ysnradio.com. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at YSN Radio. Until next time, same place. It's the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio. Let's go.